What do you mean I hop? You're a building, you never hopped in your life, you goddamn liar. Hello, welcome to my channel, I'm glad to see you. You could say that The Sims is quite popular, considering it sold nearly 200 million copies? And out of the big releases, each one has their fans. The Sims 4 has been around for more than a decade now. And thanks to its popularity and the amount of DLC sold, we probably won't see a new The Sims game so soon. But despite being the most played one, it's not usually in the talks when it comes to the best Sims games. The title is usually bestowed upon The Sims 2, with the jump in quality compared to the first game and the attention to detail. Personally, my favorite mainline Sims game is the third one. Despite being very poorly optimized, I love the open world, and the maps, they're full of life. But when you take into consideration the huge amount of spin-off games the series has, then my answer changes. My favorite is definitely Urbz. This game is a console-exclusive spin-off that focuses on the daily life on the big city, and our characters search for popularity. But we're not talking about the console games here. This game also got ports for the GBA and the DS. And unlike most low-quality ports of console games for portables back in the day, this one doesn't try to be a watered-down version of the main game. They are their own thing, and I love them for that. But enough yapping, let's get to the game and you'll see what I mean. We start as a janitor, responsible for keeping the building windows squeaky clean. Not an easy task considering the pigeons in the city seems to be big fans of Taco Bell. After an exhaustive day of work, we're informed that we're about to lose our job because the building we work at was sold to Daddy Big Bucks. A very unfortunate name. Or fortunate, I don't know you and I'm not about to kink shame you. So despite just arriving in the city, we're about to become homeless. We talked to our friend here and she said that she will allow us to squat on the building if we help her out. So in order to keep our luxury penthouse, we just need to pickpocket a door and steal a key? Easy, I'm sure nothing could go wrong. Uh-oh. Thankfully, since we befriended the detective, he let us go on parole. Great life hack in case you ever found yourself in trouble. Just have friends in high places. After our little chat, we get our first set of objectives, as a free man, so let's get on with them. We can rent our first flat now, but we're broke, if it wasn't clear enough by the fact that we were squatting in a building site. So first we need to earn some cash, but now we're hungry. Thankfully there's a communal grill in the park that we and the local bum can use. Where do we get the meat? Don't ask questions that you wouldn't like to answer. Did you know that the local pigeons are free? You can simply take them. For showers we can use our holding cell for now. What? He said that we were free to leave, not that we needed to leave. After balling for some cash, we have enough to afford a rental. And before we get to that, let's talk about the job system in this game. Differently from a regular Sims game, in which we usually secure our finances through a regular job, in Urbz we are mostly self-employed, doing odd jobs to earn some cash. And all jobs are fun minigames that you actively take part. It's not the old, go to job, wait in the void. And as you'll see later in the video, these jobs consist of many different minigames that are a blast to play. And as you level up your stats like strength and charisma, you get promoted and a fatter stack of cash for your efforts. Sadly, we're a wimp at the moment, so our pay reflects that.
How much money does he have? Jay broke.
Still, it's enough money to pay for our initial rent, so let's pick a place to live. We finally have our crib, we're one step closer to greatness. And quick tip, if you don't wanna get robbed, the first thing you gotta do is upgrade your security system. We're living in the hood and it shows. Here's how this game works. Each chapter has a set of goals for you to complete in order to progress the story. Yeah, you heard me right, story in a Sims game. It's a wild concept that took me by surprise when I first played this game in 2007, but I'm totally on board. So my objective in this video is to complete all the goals of the second chapter, and hopefully give you a glimpse of this game's greatness. To get those objectives, you gotta put your best foot forward and live the nightmare of introverts, by talking to everyone and making friends. You hear about this guy Cannibal Cole? There apparently can earn us a gig if we impress him with our creativity. Thankfully I was critiquing a graffiti I found on a dumpster earlier, so you could say I'm a art connoisseur. Thanks to him, we're able to work as a stand-up comedian in the club now. Do you know why I decided to become a stand-up comedian? Because I'm a very funny guy. Earning some money on our humble beginnings until we're big enough to get our own Netflix special, in which we complain that we're being silenced. Tatsu the rabbit, politically incorrect. And there's a reason why the thumbnail of this video is about the stand-up specifically. Because this is the job that pays the most if you're good at the minigame. So it's the one we'll focus our efforts when it comes to our objective to outreach the competition. My favorite bank robbers? Bunny and Clyde, obviously. Alright, so our goals are to socialize and make enough allies to take on Daddy Big Bucks. For example, this upstanding citizen, who needs our help acquiring a certain item at our auction. Easy enough, and a good way to let us know about the shop and the auction. We get it, bring it to him and get a sick hoverboard for our efforts. He thinks he's scamming us by giving us a skate with no wheels. Bless his heart. After spending some quality time with our fling,
Dance, dance, revolution. Revolution? Overthrow the government? I think so.
we get access to Club Zizzle. It's an exclusive club in which we get some special skills that differ, depending on the rap group you're part of. This is something that is decided in the character creation screen, and for some reason whenever I answer the quiz truthfully, I always end up in the nerdiest class. What does the game mean by that? Okay, now we need access to the university, which is the best way to raise your stats, in exchange for some money. But differently from real life, we don't end up with crippling debt after we're done. And so he let us know that if we help Max, we might be able to enroll. Once again showing us that we can go far if we have friends in the right place. Is this the game moral of the story? Sure as hell seems like it. He needs us to write a thesis and find him a rare plant. And the thesis gotta be written by hand, no ChatGPT allowed. After delivering him our thesis, not only we can take classes now, we also have access to a new job, as his assistant. We can finally access the university classes to get some easy stat boosts, and would you look at that? Even the university classes are minigames. This game is so much fun. Another career path you can choose is to be a all you gotta do is get Dusty Hog, which incidentally could be the nickname of a lonely man's penis, 500 simoleons to set up the track, but don't worry, you can easily make that money back by participating in the races, which are these awesome Excite Bike inspired minigames. I hope Nintendo isn't watching. Lastly but not least, to finish up this second chapter, we have to talk with Grandma Hattie, and with our help, we organize a rally in protest to Daddy Big Bucks. And instead of being pelted by rubber bullets, as it's usually the case when people organize, we have our voice heard, and that clears the way to the next part of town. We're one step closer to our goal of being the richest guy in town, thanks to our ever-growing fame as a comedian. Do you know why I never eat rabbit stew? Because there's always a hair in my soup. And now we're also physically closer to Big Bucks. Wait for me, I'm coming for you. So that's the second chapter of the game. I intend on making more videos continuing this playthrough later, but I think that's enough to show you the greatness of this game. It actually has a story mode which is very engaging, and it's a great way to gradually open up the map as we progress through these chapters. Most of the things we love from regular scenes are present here, like jobs, house decorations, friend simulation, and even a bit of romance. So if you just want to play it like a life simulator, you can easily do that, but I promise you won't regret engaging with the story, because it's so much fun and takes us to some very wacky scenarios down the line. But that's it for this video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, and consider subscribing. Our next goal is 5k, help us get there. See you next time, bye bye.